Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to ITU Discover ITU Career Hub, which is an initiative of the SGA, and we would like to welcome our guest speaker for today, Dimitri Ivanov. He is a student here in ITU on his second trimester, currently working at ZipRecruiter. So without further ado, let me give this floor to Dimitri to discuss his topic about his experiences into interviewing with Facebook, Amazon, and ZipRecruiter. Thank you.
Hello guys, do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna start sharing. Yeah, just a moment. Yeah, so today I want to share my experience about interviews in FAANG companies. I think everybody knows what is FAANG companies. It's like Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, I don't know, Uber, and other companies. Yeah. First, I want to talk a little about my experience, about my education, about me. So my name is Dimitri Ivanov. I'm 25 years old. I love cycling and Android development. Yeah. So my education path is like this. So in 2014, I graduated Ukrainian college and my major was computer science. And from that time, I started doing Android, but it was for fun. And in professional way, I started doing Android when I graduated and when I entered actually at Moscow State University. It was in 2019. Yeah, and I graduated at computer science, so I'm completely in computer science. Yeah, and in 2021, I entered ITU. Okay, it's again computer science, and right now it's my second trimester. Yeah, and so basically like this. About my work experience, what I want to say, I have like professional job experience and personal project experience. So personal project experience is something that I did to myself to learn, to practice, and just to get the skills. Yeah, so personal projects, first project that I did, it's School Helper. It still works and it's I put it this app and I published this app at Google Play. It's Android app and you can type, for example, you have discrete equation or something and you need to solve it. So you just need to put the coefficient and click the button and you will see step-by-step solution. So this app works. And then I had another personal project. It's e-commerce web platform that I did for the sushi restaurant. And I did it for free because I just wanted to get experience. Yes, so it's my personal projects while I was studying at college, at university. And after the first year of my bachelor education, I decided that I want to work. I want to see how it works at the companies. And I entered Constanta. This is, I would say, a small size company at Moscow. And I've been working there for 3 years and I was doing gambling applications. Yeah, so and then I quit the company and I moved here and I started looking for a job. And right now I'm working at ZipRecruiter. And a bit later I will explain how I got this job, what I was doing to get it, and so on and so forth. Yeah. So basically, all my experience with FAANG companies, it was only for 2 months. So since May till July, I was actively searching for a job. And this is all the companies that I've been interviewing. Actually, I was interviewing with one more company, but I forgot the name, but it was really, really small company. So I started with the first company. It was Bounties. And yeah, so I got rejected from this company because on interview I said that I don't like React Native, but this company, they are like the main focus of this company is React Native, and yeah, so this was completely fail. But I think it was for a good reason, because then I got something else. So the second company was Grammarly, and it's kind of big company. I don't know if anybody knows this company, but this is in Europe. It's really really um, like, especially who's learning English. It's so good to use their keyboard, to use their resource to just see how you write in English. Yeah, and actually the technical interview was good and everything was all right, but then I got system design question and I failed the system design. So I understand why, what was the problem, what was the reason why I was rejected. Yeah, but it's okay. So everybody needs to understand that rejection and fails, this is the main, I would say this is the most important part of all this experience and all these interviews. So it's impossible that you will got the offer like from the first company or from the second. So first, I would say 10, 5 or something. You need to be prepared that you will be totally rejected and you'll have problem and so on. Yeah, but yeah. So then it was Turo. This is like Airbnb but for cars. So you can go it's, for example, to Los Angeles and you can rent the car using their app. Yeah, and I got rejected here too. I said everybody needs to do their own job while they have cross-functional teams. Yeah, it's completely it's total facepalm here because if somebody know the cross-functional teams, when you are working together with the iOS developers while your Android developer or backend developer works together with Android engineers. Yeah, and this is, you can say these things, but I did. Yeah, and it was, yeah, it was facepalm. Yeah. Then yeah, then I got interview at Facebook, Amazon, LinkedIn, Rakuten, ZipRecruiter. And actually, this is the most exciting part of my journey with my interviews. With Facebook, if people know the Facebook, they have the most hard interview. And I had two follow-up. No, I had one just interview, just first interview, initial technical interview, but they were not sure if I can move to the on-site interview, and they give me another follow-up question. So it's just another step, and I passed it, and it was super cool. But the problem is the CPT doesn't work. But for me, actually, I didn't care about the offer and all these things, because for me it was the main reason why I was doing all this, because I know that by the end of my education, I wanna work at the United States for some period of time with my OPT and then STEM extension, and I need to prepare. So what I need to fail. I need to get experience of passing interviews. So I just need to do as much as I can to understand the process and what I need to learn to see my bad sides and improve them. Yeah, so with Facebook it was fail, but I at least I have contact of this recruiter, and he said that I need to call him 3 months before of my graduation. So yeah, then I had interview with Amazon, and it was cool, and I really passed it, and I can't say that it was hard. It was interesting actually. Yeah, uh, just let me. Okay, yeah, but the problem was the CPT didn't work for me. So it was the full-time position. It was not internship, because actually with CPT you can work as a full-time developer, or you can work as internship. But for the big companies, like the really big companies, they interpret CPT as an internship as it is. So, and you cannot get, I don't know, like for me it didn't work, but I still have this offer and it will work till what it is, July 2022. So yeah, it works 1 year. So if I graduate, for example, in next trimester, so I will be able to use it, and I will not, I will, I will not, I don't need to repass the whole process from the beginning. So it will be just finding team matching, and that's it. Okay, the next, it was LinkedIn. Yeah, the LinkedIn, the same story as Amazon. I don't want to even talk about it. So it was the same kind of process, the same result because CPT didn't work. And it was at the end. So when you're already thinking, oh, I got positive feedback, everything is cool, but yeah. But I don't want to disappoint people because anyway, some companies they don't have this policy and they can easily work with our status as CPT. And yeah, anyway, just to pass interview and got this experience is already cool. And then I had 2 interviews more. It was Rakuten and ZipRecruiter, and I passed both. I passed both on-site interviews, and I got positive response from them, and I got 2 offers. Yeah, but I chose ZipRecruiter instead of Rakuten because I saw much more opportunities for me at ZipRecruiter, and it was more excited. I was more excited to work at ZipRecruiter. Yeah, so this is basically my experience with FANG companies. Yeah, I was sweating a lot. It was 2 months and I had a lot of interviews. Yeah, but now I can see at this pass and see, oh, but I did a great job and I liked it and I want to do it again. Yes, but I don't need. Okay, now I want to talk a little about the usual interview processes. So how it works? First, you're gonna have initial interview with recruiter, and it's just one interview from 15 to 30 minutes, and they just want to know what is your experience. They just want to understand if you are crazy or you are not. So if you're not crazy, you will just move to the next step. And yeah, you don't need to be afraid. And recruiter is your friend because actually they want you to be hired because they will get bonuses and they will do their best to help you to give you the most up-to-date information about the interview and what you need to expect. So don't think that recruiter is someone that you need to be afraid of. No, this is your best friend. Yes. The next step, if you're going to pass initial interview, you will have initial technical screening, or it can be called phone screening or whatever. It's just first interview, technical interview. It's going to be from 45-60 minutes. Yeah, usually it's Google Meets or Zoom. It's shared screen. You have some kind of CodePad, if you know, there is a website and a lot of companies use this service. So the interviewer see what you have and you see what he can write. So and you just sharing these things, and you can write the code. He could ask you the questions and so on. So typically it's gonna be like this: 5 minutes you're gonna talk about your job, 5 minutes you're gonna talk about your experience and how good you are and so on and so forth. Yeah, then it's gonna be either 1 or 2 algorithms or soft skills questions. It depends on the company. So yeah, so sometimes they don't even ask soft skilled questions, but at Amazon, for example, they ask soft skill questions on each interview. So yeah, I will talk about soft skills a bit later. Yeah, and then the main part and the most important part is actually everything is important, but this part it says if you're gonna get offer or you will not get offer. So this is on-site interview. It's 4 till 6, from 4 to 6 interviews, and the length of the interview is 45, 60 minutes. And actually it's the same as phone screening, is initial technical screening. Here I attached my schedule with Amazon. So first I had candid chat with the mental and health wellness member. I just asked some questions about Amazon and just not technical part. So it's just to talk. Then it was June 29, and it was the whole days from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. Yeah. So it's just interviews. So it's just interview, like first interview, break, interview, break, interview, interview, interview. Yeah. So it was like this. And sometimes you can, if you think that you will not be able to do it like this, you can split it on 2 days. So it's everything is flexible, so they understand, and it's not a problem. Yeah, so I think this is was like introduction, what it is, and then I'm gonna talk how to prepare, right? Because everybody wants to know how to actually nailed it and how to get the offer. Yeah, and if anyone have a question, you can ask, you can interrupt me, guys, so it's easy. Okay. Yeah. So first, what I want to talk about is hard skills. There is a soft skills and there is a hard skills. Hard skills is technology, it's frameworks, it's what you do, it's like your skills that you'll be doing it's not your skills, it's like the things that you can do. So for example, it can be backend, front end, mobile, machine learning, databases, quality assurance, whatever. So it's anything, and this is hard skills. So yeah, there is another skills that I will talk a bit later. So first, guys, the most important part that I see a lot of people are struggling. They do not understand, people don't understand what they like, what they want to do. It's okay. It's okay, but try to understand what you like as soon as you can, because you already can work on with this direction. You already can do something. For example, I just show some examples. It can be backend. Oh, I'm sorry. It can be backend. It can be front end. If it's front end, it can be mobile. In mobile, you have two choices: Android, iOS, or web development, for example. You can do machine learning, you can do databases, you can be a tester, right? So you can do quality assurance. Yeah, there are a lot of stuff. You can be even technical recruiter, why not? It's interesting job, and it's up to you what you like. The second thing that I want to mention is learn it by using 80-20 Pareto rule. So what I want to say, a lot of people they starting learning something and they are jumping right into details in hard parts. So I don't think I think this is useless, because you're just spending your time. It's better to know 80% of everything than learn this 20% of weird details that you will never be using. Yeah, so always think about this. The next thing that I want to say, so if you guys if you already experienced engineer, probably, I don't know, you're not watching this you're not watching this lecture, but even if you're watching, it doesn't matter. But what I want to say, that personal projects are so important, because your resume should contain some kind of information about you, and it's so important to have something. For example, if you implemented some kind of algorithms in Python, in Java, and you did some kind of interfaces to show it, or you did tic-tac-toe, or you did snack game, or you did the web page for your dad to-dos app, shopping basket list, so do anything. And while you're doing this, you need to apply technological stack, which is required by market right now. What I mean by this, so you can go to the LinkedIn, you can find, for example, Android engineer, iOS engineer, web engineer at Facebook, at whatever, any kind of company, Google, Apple, and you can see what is requirements. So that, yeah, this is, I think they relates to each other. Look at job requirements, so you can see what they want, for what they want from you. For example, it can be Vue.js framework for web development. They could ask Compose UI toolkit for Android engineer. They could ask some kind of libraries. They could ask anything you need to know. And you need to see a lot of jobs, and you can see, everybody wants me to know unidirectional data flow, or everybody wants me to know these things. And you can apply these things, so you can learn it. And by doing your app, you can just apply, and it calls technological stack. So, and you will be able to add this at your resume and say that, oh, I know it. And even if you think that, oh, but I know, but I know just at top of this, at the top of iceberg, right? So just little things, but it doesn't matter, because nobody said that you need to know everything, like from A to Z. No, if you already know this technology, if you applied it, so it's already cool, and you can say that, yeah, I know it. So yeah. And the next thing is, it's for more experienced students. You need to learn how to write clean code. And this is principles that I just want to advise you to learn. And this is so important. This is solid, kiss, dry, clean code. Yeah, I don't want to jump into these principles, but this is so important, because you can write the code in 1,000 ways, but to make it clean, to make it maintainable, to make it understandable for others, you need to know how to make it like this. Yeah, and guys, don't be scared, and believe in yourself. So even if you think you're not prepared, or any kind of doubts, just remove it. Just do failures, fail, do as much as you can, fail a lot, and you will understand that it's impossible to achieve something and do no failures. So if you don't have failures, it means you do nothing. Yeah, so it's my principle from my life. Yeah, so this is hard skill, guys. Now, if you think that this is enough, no, guys, it's not enough. Yeah, I don't want to scare you, but I'm just talking about the FANG preparation. So you will understand that it's not hard at all if you will just start doing it little by little. And yeah, so for the FANG preparation, for the usual company, for example, in India, in China, in Switzerland, in Russia, usual company that is doing so, they are not crazy as FANG companies. They don't care about algorithms, because algorithms if you know algorithms, it doesn't mean that you're a good developer. You were grinding these algorithms, and you know it's better than someone else, but it doesn't make you the good developer. I understand that it helps you to improve your problem solving skills, and if you'll do pair programming with the guy who knows a lot of algorithms and with the guy who doesn't know a lot of algorithms, you will see the progress that I will be able to write code faster. I will be able to solve some basic things faster. And yeah, but some people really struggling, and they thinking, oh, but algorithms, it's really useless and things like that. So I don't agree. I do not agree with this opinion. Yeah. So what is algorithms? Yeah, algorithms, it's the most mandatory part for the preparation for the FANG companies. And what I want to say for the algorithms, guys, it's the best way to do it is using the platforms like HackerRank or LeetCode. in my opinion, and as what I did, I was using lead code. Then I will talk about it a little bit later, how many problems I solved and so on and so forth. And yeah, also I want to advise you to look at YouTube videos. For example, there is a YouTuber, Nick White. Yeah, he's doing like funny stuff at the same time he's trying to help you to learn algorithms. And another guy is Neat Code. It's another interesting channel that I was watching. There is another way how you can do it, or you can do it at the same time. You can do everything at the same time. There is a book, Cracking the Coding Interview. This book is, oh, this is the Bible for, no, it's not the Bible. The next one is Bible. This is the Bible for preparation for the fund companies. Yeah, and next book is Introduction to Algorithms. Corman, Lazarson, I forgot third name, and this one I forgot too. So it's this book, but I call this book crazy because this book is really crazy, and it's so hard to learn and to read this book. Yeah, but if you like, there is the myth from in Facebook, and I know that if you solved all the questions in this book, it means you are able to pass any kind of algorithm interview in the universe, you know. Yeah, this book is a little bit hard, but if you like it, so yeah, just try, maybe it's for you. Yeah, I did some algorithms from this book. I read this book a little, but not the whole from A to Z. So yeah. Also, another part, this is important too, is system design. Actually, if you are, for example, mobile engineer, they will ask you how to design mobile application. They would not ask you how to build the web page or anything else. But if you're just usual general software engineer, they would ask you questions like, how would you build the database for the machine factory, or how would you create Uber or something else? Maybe you think, oh my god, how would I create Uber? But guys, there are a lot of resources, Medium articles, Google, YouTube videos you can find. There are a lot of mock interviews that you can use as a tutorial. Yeah, so there are a lot of stuff, but system design, you need to prepare. You will have the same amount of questions for system design and for algorithms. Maybe it will be like this 60% of the algorithms and system design 40%. Yeah, and you need to improve your confidence, because you will need, they are expecting from you that you will be able to walk through the algorithms, you will be able to talk with them. And you need to think about this, not as like, oh, I need to pass it because, oh my god, I need money and everything else. You don't, of course it's everything like this, but you don't need to think about this. You need to think that you're talking with someone and he's your friend, and he's just asked you some kind of question like, let's find the minimum element at the array or anything else, and you need to mock it. So if you have a friend, yeah, so mock it with your friends, with your parents, and you need to improve your confidence. Even if you're like walking or just sitting by yourself, you for example, you can write algorithms and you can just talk to yourself and try to explain it to yourself, or I don't know, like try to explain it to your computer or to wall, to anything else. Yeah, so you need to improve your confidence, because this is the important part too. And guys, practice, practice, practice. More practice before interview, less sweating during the interview. This is for sure. So you need to practice a lot yeah, but it depends. For example, someone needs to practice like 100 algorithms, someone needs to practice thousands of algorithms. Yeah, I will talk a little bit more yeah later. Yes, so this is for the preparation for the fund companies. If you don't want to work at fund companies, it's okay. At that case, you don't need to practice all this stuff, because it's only here. It's only here because there are a lot of people and it's competitiveness between them, and they want to find the most the smartest developers and everything like this. Yeah. But it doesn't mean that they will find, but yeah. The next thing that I want to talk, and I have the problem with soft skills, it's everything else but not your professional skills. It's like, uh, are you patient, or how do you treat other people? Do you like to help people? So it's just how good you as a person, as a human being. Yeah, so it's all about this. But you still needs to practice. If you think, oh, but I'm so good and I help everyone and I'm the best of the best, it's not gonna work. You need to understand what they are expecting from you. So I got this tip from the Amazon recruiter. You can watch YouTube channels like Holly Lee and Dan Kreuter. These guys, they are telling about soft skills and how you need to talk, what you can talk, what you cannot talk. So yeah, you need to understand, because it's kind of game. So you don't need to talk, because you don't need to talk something that they don't want to listen, they don't want to hear, so you need to understand. Yeah, then you can watch examples of Fang interviews. There are a lot of videos on YouTube. Yeah, and also the last thing that you need to learn how to use STAR method for answering questions. Actually, when you will be watching Holly Lee and then videos, you will understand what it is. But to be simple, it's just the methods. It's just approach how you need to answer the questions. So if somebody asks you like, what was the biggest achievement at your last job or something like this, so you need to start talking about situation. You need to talk about the tasks that you had. You need to talk about the actions that you did, and you need to talk about the result that you got. So you need to say, no, you don't need to say like, oh, but I did this and it was super cool and everybody liked it. Yeah, it's not the answer. They want to know everything because they don't know what is in your head. So they expecting you that you will explain like, we had some problems with the architecture. Then I decided that we need to change it, and I proposed to using a new architectural approach. I researched, then I created a demo project, and as a result, everybody liked it, and we implemented this architecture in our project. So it's like this. So it should be step-by-step explanation. So you will learn it. Yes. So this is all about the soft skills. And the next thing that I wanna talk, it's actually looking for a job. So everything else that I was talking before, it's the preparation, how you need to learn and all these things, but it's still not enough, because you can be the best developer at the universe, but if you don't know how to sell yourself, you will be struggling, and you will be thinking that, oh, but I'm broke and nobody wants to hire me. But there is a rule that there is the rules that work, and you need to follow them. So first, the main important thing, and I saw a lot of people do this mistake again and again, it's make one page resume and make it simple, because there is a rule like 15 or 7 or 10 seconds rule. I don't know exactly, it depends, but you have only 15 rules, and in 15 seconds, and in 15 seconds recruiter will understand if you are a good candidate for this position or you're not. So if you will put information about what kind of language you know, or that you have driver license, or I don't know, anything else that is not that is doesn't correlate with this position, with this job, with your skills, you don't need to write it. So yeah, then you need to improve your LinkedIn profile, because right now even if I'm working at ZipRecruiter, anyway, LinkedIn works super well and everybody sit there. And I think even recruiter at ZipRecruiter are using LinkedIn. Yeah, so make connections, uh, find someone, for example, even from university, you see that someone works at Google or at LinkedIn, and this guy was studying or girl was studying at ITU, so you can make the connection, you can ask about referral. The next part I want to talk is referrals. So the most hardest part is to have the first contact with the company, because some recruiter would say, oh, but this person, he's not good for this for us, so he will skip you. Another one will think, oh, it's good. So you need to find this first touch with the company. And with referrals, it works super nice, it works wonderful. So you need to find someone who can give you the referral to the company. For example, I have one situation, I have one like I already told that I passed interview at LinkedIn, and I was looking for this chair because I just came to United States and I needed to buy a chair, and I found the guy on Facebook Marketplace, and I said, "Oh, I want to buy this, $80." He came, he dropped this chair, and I started talking to him like, "Oh, I'm engineer and I need to have this chair, so thank you so much." And he said, "Oh, I'm engineer too." And I asked like, "What are you doing?" He said, Android engineer. I'm Android engineer. And I was like, oh, but I'm Android engineer too. And then I asked, where do you work? And he said, I'm engineer at LinkedIn. And I was like, oh my God, this is my chance. I need to get his Facebook. I already knew his Facebook. So, and I said, oh, cool. So I said, can I ask you some questions about LinkedIn in future? He said, yeah, so no problem. And then I asked him for referral, and it's so easy because they will receive a bonus. For example, at ZipRecruiter, if they will hire someone from me and it will be my referral, I will get like $3,000 or $5,000, depends on the position. Yeah, so sometimes it's not sometimes you need to learn, you need to look for referrals. It works, it actually works. Yeah, so connect on LinkedIn with recruiters, ask them if they have some positions for you, send them the resume, said that you're looking for a job, and so on and so forth. Apply everywhere, guys. I do interviews as much as you can, because interviews, it's learning process. So it will never, there is no end of learning, and interviews is the way how you can learn. So do as much as you can, because after each interview you will be more confident, you will learn more, you will know more, and so on and so forth. Yeah, be bold, but be brave, but not too much. Yeah, because if you'll say things and you will be not confident, it's so easy to see this. So you need to practice it. So do interviews, talk with people more, and yeah, you need to be confident. And never give up. Even if you get no feedbacks after thousands of applies, it doesn't mean that you are broken in IT or computer science or any other things is not for you. Yeah, you need to do a lot, you need to practice. Yeah. Okay. The last thing that I just want to wrap up everything, and you can ask some questions. So first thing, lead code. Algorithm, it's the web page where you can practice algorithms. So I want to show you it works like this. This is my profile. So you can see that I solved 178 questions. Yeah, I had kind of bad acceptance rate. I did 74 easy questions, medium questions, 84, and 20 hard questions. I don't want to advise you. I don't want to say that hard questions is important. I did it because I thought, oh, but if I will be able to solve hard questions, it will be easy for me to solve medium and easy. It works, but it works only half of it. So it's only 50%. Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I want to say that you need to practice more medium kind of questions. If you're a beginner, or of course start with easy one, then you need to go and learn medium questions. Yeah, so you can see that I started preparing in March, and when I got the job, I just I forgot what is lead code, but I still have this account, and sometimes I do something. Yeah. If you have I have a premium account, and I want to say that it's worth it, guys, to buy a premium account, because, for example, if you've opened some kind of algorithms, you will be able to see the solution. You see, there is a thing. It means like it's only for the people who have the premium account. So here you can look at solution. For example, you can watch it. You can watch the description. You can start writing the code. You can learn, or you can type. You can learn any kind of language, for example. And 20 minutes, you are not able to do it. So you can go to discussion. You can go to solution. You can find explanations of how you can do it. You can find the examples, so you can learn from it. It's so important. Yeah. Then I want to talk a little about levels FUI. So finally, someday you're gonna get offer, and you need to understand what is my salary, what the usual salary for my skills, that I have. So levels FUI, this is like, I think everybody who works at big companies, they watch it every day. And this is the web page where developers can anonymously share their salary, and we, as the people who is interviewing at companies, we can understand what kind of money they pay for this kind of skills. So if we're gonna open, for example, company LinkedIn, yeah, and you can see what kind of levels they have. So they have software, they have senior, they have staff, they have senior staff, and so on and so forth. For example, for this kind of position, their total compensation is going to be these digits, and salary is this one, stocks is this one, bonus is this one. Yeah, so also you can view data points, and you will see more information about this. So yeah, you can find any kind of company, and yeah, you can see what is your salary, what you can ask from the recruiter. Yeah, then it Glassdoor. This resource I would recommend to look. For example, you know that in 1 week you're gonna have on-site interview at LinkedIn, for example. Actually, it helped me. Yeah, you have interview at LinkedIn, and you can sort the questions. You can see the interviews, and the guys, like the people, they were sharing the experience, how it was. And you can sort the things by most recent or by popular or anything else. And you can see how it was. For example, this guy, he didn't receive an offer. It was easy interview, and so it was neutral experience. And you can see interview questions. So it was data structures and algorithms, shortest distance, BTV words in array. So you can easily actually Google it, and you can see that, so you see there are a lot of resources. So we already found it on LeetCode, we already found it on Stack Overflow, we already found it on Geeks for Geeks. So what I want to say, I had on-site interviews at no, it was initial screening at LinkedIn, and I was trying, I want to search, maybe I will find something. I found, and it was the algorithms for that where you need to use DFS, and I found these algorithms on LeetCode, and I solved it before my interview. And on my interview, I had this question, and I was like, oh my God, really? It's the same question. I know the answer, and I was doing my best to show them that I don't know it, and I'm solving it, and I'm thinking, but I already knew the solution. Yeah, so sometimes these kind of tricks, they work, and you need to use them. Then LeetCode Premium subscription, it is worth it. It costs $100 or $160, but guys, it's really worth it. So you'll have a lot of benefits from it. And yeah, and it works for 1 year. So then there is another resource, is Team Blind. You can read Team Blind. uh, Team Blind is the resource where you can see the people who is working at some kind of company, but you don't understand who is exactly working. So it's like kind of anonymous network, and they could ask the questions like, uh yeah, so you can see even this kind of thing. So you can see anything uh about the companies. You can see about, you can ask the questions about the processes. You can see, are they helping you, will they help you with immigration? And yeah, so here it's crazy resource, but you can get a lot of information about any kind of company, about any kind of question. Yeah, so it's people inside these companies, they can share this information, because they, if when you're registered, when you will register in Team Blind, you need to specify your email, and this email should have at like Dmitri Ivanov at linkedin.com. So only this way you can register, and you will have like LinkedIn employer. So yeah, yeah, this is so interesting. Next thing that I want to say, that preparation, guys, takes from 2 till 6 months. In my case, I already a year before I knew that I will come here, that I would come here and I will need to pass these interviews. And I was already doing some algorithms, but not that much that I did at these 2 months, at June and July. But anyway, you need to think long run, and you need to think in long run. So you need to start yesterday. Yeah. So create some kind of timetable and follow it. So do every day little by little. Yeah. And don't stuck, move on, things will come. This is so important. So don't think that if you don't understand something, move on, learn something else. And learning something else, you will see the connection with the previous things. And yeah. And if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will believe in you. So this is so important, because if you will say that, oh, I'm a bad, or I will not do it, I will not do it, I won't be able to do it, or something like this, who else gonna believe in you? Only you need to. If you will believe that you will be able to do it, so I don't know, the universe or something else will help you. Yeah. So I think, yeah, and I forgot to add, you need to be lucky, because I know a lot of people who solved 1,000 questions at lead code, and they didn't pass the initial screening at Amazon. For example, me, at that time I solved 150 questions, and not only Amazon, and I passed it, and I passed it on site, and I passed it the bar raiser. So it was hard interview, but it depends, so you just need to try. So you need to do many tries, and one of these tries will work. So that it's like this. So you need to be lucky, and the luckiness, it's, yeah, so you need to do a lot of interviews, and one of these interview will work for you, and you'll get offers. So it's like this. Yeah, I think I'm done.
All right.
Yeah, this
Thank
is the end, and you can ask any questions. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Dimitro, for that wonderful presentation. It's very in-depth, and I know that for a lot of us here listening, they learn a lot. So let's jump in with questions. And during your presentation, we have one here. So let me read it. It's in the chat box, and then we can move on to another questions from other attendees. So this is coming from Penny. Thank you so much for sharing your experiences. May I ask about your OOD coding round at Amazon on site? Did you write the complete code for a module or just a class structure? Thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, this is an interesting question. Oh, I forgot to say, because I have a lot of things to say, but I don't have a lot of time to say. But uh, okay, my initial interview screening at Amazon, it was the task to write some kind of data structure where you can insert the data in constant time, where you can delete the data at constant time. I hope Amazon will not see, will not look at this, but it's I don't care because it's abstract question, right? And also you need to make the random in constant time. I didn't solve this question completely, but I was explaining my thoughts to him, and he saw that I almost done it, and he helped me. He helped me with a little part, and I solved this question. Yeah, but I was not like this. Oh, I can. I didn't do like this. Oh, but I can solve it. Can you give me next question or something else? I was trying to understand. Okay, if I need to insert something in constant time, it should be just some structure. If I need to delete something in constant time, I need some kind of hash map. And if I need to do the random with some kind of array, so I need to have the array. So, and you need to apply here two structures, hash map, just dictionary or just map, yeah, and array. And he said, oh, okay, but how you need to, yeah. And I was like, oh, but now if I need to delete something, how I will know what is the position in array, because I cannot look up this element. So with hash map, I can store the indexes. And yeah, so that's how it worked for me. And for example, at other companies, it was nice, but also at Amazon, it was the bar raiser question. The bar raiser is the person who asks you the question, which is hard, which is from the hard list. And I didn't solve this problem, to be honest. I solved this problem, but not at the time complexity that they were expecting me to solve. I solved it in linear or n squared, I don't remember. No, in linear, yeah. And they were expecting me to solve this question at logarithmic time. And still, it was okay, and he helped me a little, and I didn't have enough time to program, to make the exact algorithm. And it still worked. And yeah, so sometimes even if you will not be able to write the code, so but you need to practice, guys. You need to practice writing the code just in the Google Docs. So you can open the Google Docs, or you can use lead code, and you can just write on the whiteboarding. If you know this term, there is a whiteboarding. Yeah, so you just need to write the code without any help. Yeah. Um, yeah, is it right answer for your question? Um, there is no compiler. You are not able to compile it. So it's just kind of pseudocode, but it should looks like real code. So for example, I don't know if I can write. You see my screen, right, guys? So for example, if I need to write the function that uh, that finding the maximum element at the array. So it's like this: find max. And this can be an array of, I don't know, list of strings, of list of int, and then I need to return integer. Yeah, so basically like this, and then I need to write maximum array 0, and then for a in 0 until. So it should be something like this. I mean, maybe I forget how to write this in Kotlin. Maybe I need to put the brackets, but nobody cares, because everyone understands that this is the loop. And now I will check if ri more than maximum, then maximum equals ri, and return. Oh my god, it's stuck. okay, and return maximum. So this is the algorithms how to find the maximum element. So even if this code will not, it's impossible to compile it because, for example, here I forgot to make it like this, or here I forgot to put semicolon at the end. Nobody cares, guys. Nobody cares. They just only care. They only care if you know, if you have the real knowledge and you understand how it works. So that's it.
Dimitri, can you check your chat real quick? So there's a question there.
Yeah, I wonder if, yeah, I see it from Lee Penny Fang, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw she asked me if you wrote the working code. So this was my answer. So maybe this code doesn't work if I'll put it in the compiler, but still this code looks good, and you will not lose any point if you forgot to put this kind of things, or you will, I don't know, like here you will just do it like this, mean, because they understand that you just forgot to change it, not mean max, you know.
Hello, Dimitri. This is Penny.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for answering my question. That was really helpful. I was actually also thinking about the object-oriented design question. I don't know if you got that on your like designing, for example, hotel management system, or like write a Unix find feature, something like that. So I was wondering if, based on your experience, did the interviewer expect you to write the working code on the scene, or you can just basically write out all the classes and how they interact with each other, and that would be enough?
Okay, so the question is about object-oriented programming, and do you need to know it, right? Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it includes inside system design.
Right, so, yeah. Kind of
so
like lower level.
Low level?
Lower level design. Because I think system design is kind of like a higher level design. But object-oriented design is kind of lower level.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure like which one did you get? Maybe you got the higher level one.
It depends. For example, for me, it was like this. Everyone at system design, if you're a mobile engineer and you have a system design, they would ask you to write some kind of applications, like super simple. For example, you have the list of elements, list of films, and when you click on the film, you have the detalization of the film. So they already will understand how you're gonna write it. If you will, first you need to have like the screen, then you have some kind of presenter. At presenter you have repository goes to the network, it's returned the object, and then it goes back and it's return you. And it's good to know patterns, you know. There is a book like design patterns, so basic patterns, you should know them. And yeah, I think when you will be doing your personal projects, you need to do them in object-oriented way. But it depends. I don't know what you're using. If you're like a web engineer, there is no object-oriented programming, right? But if you're a Java engineer, it's required. It's like mandatory that you need to know how to write object-oriented code. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Any question? Even any question, guys, I can answer if I will be able to answer. I'll do my best.
Hey, Dimitri, great presentation. Thank you so much. My name is Leela Vinod Kumar, by the way. And the whole process, you've given a great amount of detail, but if you could spend a few minutes on where to get started looking for open positions or who's hiring, and if you could spend some time on that, please.
You mean how I was searching for a job?
Yeah, I mean, if there's any portals or websites, or I've been checking on LinkedIn and a few other places, but
LinkedIn. So it's like this. So you're writing like, I don't know, Android engineer. And I tried to use Hired. I would say there is a Hired. I didn't receive anything from this site, so I think it's kind of, I don't know, not useless, but so LinkedIn, it's the best place to looking for a job. So you need to connect to the, I already told you, you need to connect with the people from the companies.
It's 8 o'clock.
Sorry,
So,
no, please.
yeah, it's okay. So you need to connect to the jobs. You need to understand what they want, and the LinkedIn, it's like the main platform. So all recruiters, they are here and they are searching for the people every day. So you need to make sure that your location is good. You need to make sure your location is good. You have up-to-date status, you have your experience, everything is written. Like, I don't know, you see, I don't have a lot of things here. I don't have a lot of skills and endorsements. But I think this tax is important too. So you need to write how much experience you have, what do you like, and try to make it personally. So do not copy something from internet, try to make it, of course you can see a lot of examples from internet, but try to make it, something that is personal from you, because they are tired of reading again the same things again and again. They want to find something that will inspire them, and they will like connect to you, ask you, can you share your resume, and so on and so forth. So for the jobs, I was using LinkedIn only.
Okay, thank you.
And referrals, as I already told you, right? Referrals, it's super cool. Actually, guys, if anyone needs referral to ZipRecruiter, so I'm willingly to help. You can write me, and if any position works for you, so I think they're hiring a lot of people right now. ZipRecruiter is hiring a lot of people.
Hi, Dimitri. I have one question. So
Okay.
how relevant are lead code questions to technical interviews? Like, do they ask exact same type of questions most of the time, or like how I have this dilemma of everybody say lead code, but
Okay, I got your question. Okay, so what I want to say, actually it works like this. I don't know exactly how it works, because I interviewed some people at Russia, but here I didn't interview anyone. But they have some kind of question. They have like internal dashboard, and they have some kind of question. And for example, this month they are asking more about graphs, about sorting algorithms, and next 2 months they're gonna ask you something else. And some companies, they don't care, they asking the same questions again and again, and so it's so easy to find them. At Facebook, all the questions that they asked me, I tried them to find somewhere else, but I was not able to find. So probably they have some kind of team that is working, that is making these questions. But you don't need to be afraid, because there is a lot, like there is some kind of patterns of algorithms. For example, arrays, strings, hash tables, dynamic programming. Guys, and don't learn a lot of dynamic programming because it's useless. So design, sliding window. And one of the questions that they would ask you, it will be from this category or from that category, So what I want to also say here, for example, if you know that in 1 week you're going to have interview at Amazon, here they have featured list, and here there is a Amazon questions, and inside here you can sort it by frequency, for example, like this. And you're going to see that these questions, it's like for sure they could ask you, and you need to solve these questions. And sometimes, for example, you can see these questions, it's the new question, right? Because it has been only 41% on interviews, but this question in the top, right? Because right now, like how it works, for example, if I got this question in interviews, and I will just go to lead code, and I will go here, and here you're going to have seen this question in the real interview before, and I will say yes. and I'll say Amazon. And this question will be bumped by the system, you know, so, and you are able to look at the question there is like that they ask right now, that they are asking right now. So yeah, sometimes you will have question from LeetCode, but sometimes it can be something that they created, but it will be anyway some kind of question that is inside some kind of category that you were practicing at LeetCode. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. I want to tell you thank you so much for the presentation. It was really good. Guys, anybody else, any questions?
Yeah, hi,
Dimitro.
Dimitro. Yeah, please go ahead, Savita.
Thank you. Dimitro, this is Savita. I just want to check with you if you have prepared your resume before, how you prepared your resume actually. If you don't have a relevant experience in the field you are going to apply, then how you will suggest to prepare your resume?
Yeah, this is a good question. Personal projects. So there is
Okay.
two ways how you can do it. You need to get any kind of job, and then you will be able to put this job and your skill at your resume. But everyone wants you, like, we want to hire junior developers with 10 years of experience. Okay, it's impossible, right? So you can do it like this. You can put personal projects. You can do personal project and you can put them. This is exactly what I did. They are so excited about personal projects too, because you did it by yourself. You like created protocols, how you're going to share the data from backends to clients, you know, so you did a lot of stuff and you published it. You like, you know how to publish web page and connect it with domains. So it's a lot of job and they appreciate this. So if you don't have experience and you want to find a job as a software engineer, you need to do personal projects, and then you need to put this personal project as your work experience, and that's it.
Actually, I have experience, but it's not related to the software engineer field, which I am, you know, like enrolled for. And then, resume, I have a experience in database, and then I want to go for some other field, like. So will this ITU projects, capstone and the particular subject projects will help? Or if I go little beyond the milestone which professor expected us to do and then we do it, like, then is that helpful for the personal projects field? Like, can we explain that in the interviews?
Yeah, you can do it. So anything where you done, for example, you did calculator that works with brackets, for example, and you did some kind of rules, and this is like hard algorithm that you were doing. You can put it as your personal project. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. And you know, like, it's so hard to, it's not hard. I mean, recruiters, they want to find someone who has experience, who has the good skills and everything else. So you need to make this picture about you. You need to change your resume to make it more presentable for them. So even if you, okay, this is, I don't want to say this tip like this, don't do this, guys, but you can even lie a little bit about something, you know, because this world is cruel and sometimes you just want to pass the interview and you're ready, but you don't have experience, but you learned algorithms, you did a lot of stuff. So you can make a little lie, like, I don't know.
I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you about this. Personally, I will ping you. Thank you.
Yeah, so sometimes it's gonna help, but my like real advice is to do personal projects and put them as your experience, because sometimes recruiters, they will not they will not even be able to understand that this is your personal project, and they would ask you like, oh, it was working at StudyMate, for example, as I did, but oh my god, guys, it's like after you can see that it was my personal projects, you know, so it's so easy to figure out, but they don't even pay the attention, you know, on this. Personal project works, and you can like make it 1 year, like 1.5 year of experience with your personal projects, because
Mhm.
they want to see this digit. So let them see this, right?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So
Hi, Dimitri. This is Sonal. I also have a question here. So, like I saw, currently you are on CPT, right? When you were undergoing all these interviews. So, I actually wanted to know, for example, whenever the recruiter contacted you, I mean, were they already aware that, for example, you don't have a full-time working visa like H-1B, and currently you are on CPT? Or maybe did they ask, or was it disclosed only at the last round when the interview was cleared?
okay, yeah, this is a good question. Yeah, I didn't even mention this, but this is so important because we don't have green card, we don't have citizenship, and we want to find a job. So we already have a problem. Yeah. So how it was with me, you'll receive a lot of messages from recruiters who is hiring for the contract position, and you need to say then that, okay, I'm on CPT and I'm able to work 40 hours per week, but don't I wouldn't my advice, don't say that you won't be able to work between trimesters. I know this rule and I follow this rule, and I'm not working between trimesters. I didn't work between August and September, and I will not work between December and January. But don't say these things like in face at your first meeting. Yeah, you need to say about your CPT, because how it was with me. LinkedIn recruiter and Amazon recruiter thought that, oh, but they want you to move because maybe somehow they will find a way how you will be able to work there, because probably, like, not probably, you have a status and you're eligible to work, so why not? But any kind of company here, especially, they have immigration team, and this immigration team will verify you, and they will ask you, like, what is your type of the visa, what is your, like, issue date of your visa, what is the end date of your visa, and so it will be the last things before offer, and they will verify you. So I want to say it like this: if they ask you what is your status, you should say that you're on CPT, but hey guys, in 1 year I will receive OPT. I don't know if it works for you, but I will be able to work 40 hours. If they don't ask you, so don't say this, because you just need to have this experience to passing interviews. And why do you need to cut yourself at the beginning, right? So even if you pass like 1-2 interviews and then they will cut you anyway, you already get this experience. So yeah, this is my advice.
Yeah, it makes sense. And also, generally, I've seen in the offer letters, the offer is valid for maybe next maximum 1 to 2 months. But in your case, I see this for almost a year. So the reason for this was because maybe you are passing, maybe in June 2022, or is it because they generally provide the offers for 1 year?
So there is a two kind of job: contractors job and full-time position. Full-time position works forever until, like, I don't know, you die or they will like fire you. And contractors, it's for specific amount of time. So for example, like 1 year, 6 months, or something else. So what you're talking right now, it's contractors, right?
Actually, I was talking about, for example, on the screen, I see the LinkedIn and Amazon offer is valid till June 2022.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
it works till June 2022. Yeah, because I passed all the steps, all the interviews, and then immigration team said that, oh, I'm sorry, but we are not able to hire him as a full-time engineer. And recruiter said, okay, but we have the rule: your offer works 1 year. After 1 year, it doesn't matter, like, you did interview or didn't, you haven't done or you have done interviews. It means you will need to do all the steps from the beginning. So that's why these two offers work till this date, because I got the result at June.
I see. So this particular date of June 2022, have they specified it? Or maybe it was because you are going to get your degree by June 2022?
Oh no, it doesn't work with my degree. They just said that, oh man, if you will fix your status, I mean your work status, you will have work permit as work permit that works for us. So until this day, you can say that we could say that you have this offer. So you can use this offer until this date.
I see. Thank you very much. I think this was very informative because in the past couple of weeks, I have denied a lot of recruiters, mentioning my visa status. So yeah, I think your approach is right. At least you'll get some experience. And if they
Yeah.
give us a particular date like this and we are able to, do something about the work status, we can definitely work it out. Thank you so much.
Yes. Do not deny interview opportunities. Just do a lot of as much failures as you can, and passing interviews is it's experience too. Because some people saying like they don't understand what to say, and you need to reflect on your interviews. Like you need to think, what have I done? What I said? What was the reason of what was the rejection? What was the reason of the rejection? You need to reflect with like on your interviews, yeah, and it will help. So yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Dimitro, this is Leela Vinod Kumar again.
Yeah.
So a sort of a follow-up question to my previous one, along with what Sonal and Savita also have asked, is basically, when you're looking for jobs, do you specifically look for something that explicitly says this is an internship or a CPT assignment, or do you just look for any full-time job as such, and then talk about the status at a later point of time?
Yeah, when I came at April, I started looking for something only only internship, because I was not confident with English, and I thought, oh, but let me start with just internship. But then, like for internship, it's like thousands, okay, 10,000, millions of people, they want to get internship, and it's hard to like it's even impossible for them to verify all the candidates, because like you applied and you're in query, and you're in like 10,000 or 1,000 of developers. Imagine, like it's impossible even to verify, and they will find someone before they even open your resume. So I looked for everything, like anything. So apply as much as you can, but you need to understand, like it works for me. For example, I'm Android engineer. I was not applying for staff Android engineer because I'm not confident like with staff engineer skills. I need to learn more, and then I will apply. But if I saw any opportunities like I don't know, Android engineer, middle Android engineer, senior Android engineer, I applied. And also, I don't know, you can search only in I don't know, like Silicon Valley area, in Bay Area, or anywhere else in California only. But I started looking for, at the beginning, I was applying everywhere. And but actually all these companies, they are from Bay Area, but Bounties, they are from Chicago, but they were hiring remotely. But yeah, so also maybe it's good if you're, for example, like you just starting and you just need something, just need any kind of job that you will learn from it, and you will just move on. So you can don't be stuck don't be stuck on the FANG companies, because FANG companies, you need to prepare, like and you can start with something else, and at the same time you will do the preparation for FANG, and one day you will just start looking only in Bay Area and only for top companies. Yeah.
Right, that's thanks for that.
Yeah.
So you only apply through LinkedIn, or you used another website also for application?
Referrals and LinkedIn, nothing else.
Okay.
For example, at LinkedIn, I got referral. At Amazon, they found me by themselves. at Facebook by themselves. Grammarly, referral, everything else by themselves. So yeah, at two companies, I got referral. So if you have any friends, if you have friend of your friend, if you have friend of your friend of your friend of your mother friend or anything else, so you need to do networking. You need to ask them, can you do it? It's not something that, oh my God, they need to walk 100 miles or anything else. They just need a little information about you. Go to web page, internal web page, click one button, apply, that's it. And you will have the link and you will apply with this link, and that's it. So because sometimes recruiter will not even open you applied, but they didn't even open it. But if you applied it with the referral, they have to do it, it's like internal rule or something. So yeah, the referral is super nice thing that you need to use, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Guys, anybody else? Any questions? If not, then we can call it a day.
Yeah, I think I can share the link of this presentation with everybody. So I created this copy link. Yeah, and if anybody has the question, you can reach out to me. Yeah, and ask this any kind of question. Okay, I'll share my LinkedIn. Yeah, and anyway, guys, like in internet, there are a lot of information, so you can just walk and you can just see. So my opinion, it's just my opinion. Maybe you'll find another opinion who is kind of opposite mine, but yeah, so that's it.
Thank you, Dimitro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thanks everybody for coming. But most importantly, we'd like to thank Dimitri for his time, for sharing his experiences with the interviews today. We learned a lot. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone, and have a great day.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.